Good evening, I'm Kevin Christopher.
And I'm Nancy Cox. Thank you for joining us at 6. Well, some nasty weather could be headed our way.
Let's begin with Bill. He's tracking the system on this threat index one day. Bill?
If you're looking for a piece of silver line, I guess the best way to put it is that we will get this out of here before Election Day. And so we are looking at the threat tonight on Election Eve. Threat index of 1. We are looking at the threat being from about 9 o'clock till around 3 o'clock or so in the morning. Greatest threat is going to be in the southern part of Kentucky. Damaging wind gusts will be the primary severe weather threat, but all severe weather modes are on the table. We had a situation last week where we had a very brief spin up over in Hardin County, over by E-Town, and again lasted less than 5 minutes total. And it was still, though, confirmed as an EF1 tornado. Not saying something similar can happen tonight, but it's still not beyond the realm of possibility. Right now we are all dry, but we are watching an assembling line of thunderstorms that is west of I-65. You see it's part of a much larger area that is out there, and it is all coming our way, so we will see the threat for rain and thunderstorms increase over the next several hours from 6 o'clock. So again, your thunderstorms are west of I-65. As we continue through this evening, you'll see that squall line approaching I-75. One initial line around 9 or 10 o'clock. The main batch comes in sometime after 11, and it'll be crossing the area throughout the rest of the night. Damaging wind gusts remain the primary severe weather threat. We will talk in more detail in just a minute.
Bill, we'll see you then. Thanks.
The polls in the Eastern time zone close in exactly 24 hours, and candidates are making their final campaign stops to plead their case.
Of course, no race in Kentucky has attracted more attention than the 6th District congressional battle between Republican Congressman Andy Barr and his Democratic challenger, Amy McGrath. 3 weeks after President Donald Trump came to Richmond to support Barr, his son was in Mount Sterling today.
Conroy DeLuche begins our Decision 2018 coverage.
How much do you like Trump?
A lot.
Supporters young and older were wearing those familiar red hats as Donald Trump Jr. touted his father's presidency.
There is not a single economic metric where we are not better off today than we were 2 years ago.
Trump Jr.'s visit to Montgomery County was for a man who stands behind the president, Congressman Andy Barr, who wants to continue fighting for Kentucky.
Because of our work with this president, because of middle-class tax cuts, because of deregulation, because of the work that we've done to end the war on coal.
Barr says the drug epidemic in places such as Montgomery County can be fought with funds for treatment, law enforcement, and building the border wall.
Because we know from the Customs and Border Protection agents that 80% of all of the heroin and deadly fentanyl comes across the southwest border of the United States. My opponent says that's stupid. I say that's keeping you safe and free of drugs.
Barr says his relationship with the president will continue to help Kentucky, and that the extra attention on this race shows how important it is for Republicans to retain the House majority. Covering the news in Montgomery County, Conroy DeLuche, LEX 18 News.
Well, retired Lieutenant Colonel Amy McGrath hopes for a victory tomorrow night.
And today she didn't waste any of the final hours of her campaign. The Democratic challenger is visiting 4 different towns, working to get voters to the polls. LEX 18's Lee Searcy has the story.
Amy McGrath catapulted onto the political stage well over a year ago. Now, with less than 24 hours to go, she's out and about thanking the people she says helped her get here. First stop of the day in Lawrenceburg. McGrath greeted by a hopeful and excited crowd of volunteers. The retired lieutenant colonel wanted to thank her loyal supporters in person and energize them as they canvassed neighborhoods on her behalf.
We're in it together.
From Lawrenceburg, she came to another one of her field offices in Nicholasville, where she again rallied her volunteers in person. McGrath hopes her down-to-earth approach and positive campaign will push her to victory. But I asked her what she'll do if she doesn't win. Fly again?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not looking beyond tomorrow at this point, and I'll figure that out tomorrow.
Upbeat, confident, yet humble. That's how McGrath describes herself right now. She says it has always been country over party for her, and says there's something even more important than winning.
Vote. Vote. That's the biggest thing. And now you can vote for either side or a third party or whatever, but get out there, be informed, vote. Do that for your country. Do that for the troops.
Covering the news, Lee Searcy, LEX 18 News.
Tomorrow, Kentucky voters will be able to consider bringing back a version of Marsy's Law. However, a judge ruled given its wording, tomorrow's outcome cannot be certified by the Secretary of State until it passes through the court system as a constitutional amendment. So in tomorrow's result, you can't declare a winner or loser.
You have to wait to do that until this process goes through the courts. The Franklin court rules on all these state issues. So they said, not now, can't certify, but you have to vote because it's right there for everybody to see.
And according to the Franklin Circuit Court's ruling, the amendment is still on the ballot and the results will be counted.
Tune in tomorrow for our special election coverage with returns coming in after polls close at 6. You can get national coverage on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt at 6:30. Then tune in for our special edition of LEX 18 News and Hey Kentucky from 7 to 8 with NBC special coverage all evening until our 11 o'clock newscast. In other news tonight, a pit bull attack on a Winchester woman was so severe she died from her injuries Friday morning at UK Hospital.
Authorities say the dog mauled 45-year-old April Collins inside her house. Collins' husband found her unconscious. Alexa Helwig is here in the studio with more.
Kevin, Nancy, I'm told April Collins was a wife, a mom, and a daughter. Apparently, vicious attacks by this pit bull have happened before in their home, putting Collins in the hospital, but this time it was much worse.
That really is a frightening situation for a parent and a neighbor.
The sign on this front door reads, "Beware of dog," and that's where the apparent attack happened this past Thursday, killing 45-year-old April Collins.
We've, of course, over the years, we've dealt with people being bitten by dogs, usually running at large, but never anything where a person's own dog has bitten, mauled, or anything like that.
A quiet neighborhood on the outside, but inside of this home, an attack happened this past Wednesday as well, and another on September 29th.
It was not reported to us by the victim, the husband, or the hospital. We were totally unaware until we received this call.
Aaron Akers lives nearby and voiced his concerns as a parent whose kids play up and down this street.
Especially back here, because I've got two kids that ride their bikes and go around here, and it is.
As for the dog, that pit bull is being held in the Clark County Humane Society as evidence. Back to you.
All right, Alexa, thanks. A killer is still on the loose, and Lexington police are hoping you can help them find the person responsible for the death of Abraham Pedra. LEX 18's Michael Burke has this week's Crime Stoppers.
6 months later, and Donna Resendez is still wiping away the tears.
He would give you his last dollar if you asked him for it.
Donna would know she and Abraham Pedra were engaged and had been living together for 16 months when police found him dead in their apartment, a victim of strangulation.
We need a place to start. We need someone to come forward to talk to us.
But so far, clues have been hard to come by, potential suspects even harder, and the case has gone cold. A body sent back home to his parents, who still don't know why this happened.
To have their son be so far away and then to die the way he did and have no answers has got to be a very difficult thing.
And the fact that Abraham was killed 6 months ago and the case has gone cold is eating at detectives, and it's not because they want to pad their arrest statistics.
It's a personal thing for us, for all of us. We don't want these cases going out, unsolved here in Lexington, because it puts everybody at a sense of unease.
So you can imagine then how those who knew and loved Abraham are feeling themselves.
His mom calls me every day and asks me about him. And I can't tell her nothing because we don't know.
6 months later, and there's really only one thing Donna does know.
He didn't deserve to get killed like this.
Covering this week's Crime Stoppers in Lexington, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward for information leading to an arrest. Call the Crime Stoppers tip line at 859-253-2020.
A man is charged with murder following a shooting outside a Madison County gas station. The shooting was reported around 10 last night at the Cannon Corner Marathon on Berea Road in Richmond. According to the arrest citation, Brandon Short and 26-year-old Matthew Francis of Somerset were fighting when Short grabbed a handgun and fired several rounds, hitting Francis in the face and torso. He died at the scene. Short remains in the Madison County Jail. A
Lexington woman is dead following a crash involving a car and pickup in Woodford County. It happened just after 12:30 this afternoon on US 60 and Shannon Run. The Woodford County coroner says 32-year-old Amanda Lane of Lexington was driving the car. We're told someone ran a red light at the intersection, causing the crash. Lane's body has been sent to Frankfurt for autopsy. The other driver's name has not yet been released.
The American Civil Liberties Union says a Kentucky Sheriff's Department has agreed to pay $337,000 to settle a federal lawsuit over a deputy's handcuffing of 2 unruly elementary school students. The lawsuit was filed by the parents of 2 children who were handcuffed in separate incidents at separate schools in 2014 after officials called for assistance from a Kenton County Sheriff's deputy who served as a school resource officer. The lawsuit and an accompanying video uploaded to YouTube by the ACLU ignited a nationwide debate about school discipline. News outlets report the Kenton County Sheriff's Office didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. The ACLU posted a statement on its website saying the agreement was reached last week.
What once was lost has now been found.
Coming up next, a 100-year-old dog tag belonging to a World War I veteran will soon be back where it belongs.